What's up, guys? I'm here with another episode of the podcast. I have one special guest. We're waiting to see if the other one is coming. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Jake Bosch. I'm one half of the new guys. One half. Yeah.
I since got the link. He hasn't replied to me like he hasn't replied to others the past few weeks. Uh, well, yeah. Yeah, what are you doing? Right? You on the lookout for him?
Yeah, I'm in his neck of the woods, just I don't even know. I'm just trying to find something. Family member, somebody that I can reach out to. I met Tina's earlier and she said she hasn't seen him and she always sees him. So um I don't know, man. I'm
How did that phone call with him the other day go? Is that all it was? Like what we seen in the video?
yeah. I mean, I just basically kept breaking it down where well, I love wrestling regardless, but it is that is my guy. That is my friend. It is my best friend. It is Scott. Like I want to wrestle with him. I don't want to necessarily do this alone. It's just not the same. And so I tried to get that across to him. And to be honest, I do see he has a good point where he's going through something right now, and I'm hoping that it's temporary, but maybe it's not. And I can't hold it against him if he doesn't come back, but I'm still gonna try.
I now with your microphone, it's giving a buzzing sound.
Am I good now?
It's still kind of buzzing.
Hmm.
Oh,
How about now?
what you just did right before that, it was good. There we go. There we go. Can you hear me? I can't hear you now.
How about now? We good?
We're good. It's still buzzing, but we've got other things to worry about. Uh,
Okay.
so when was the last time you did physically see Scott Stanley?
I mean, I think it was the Road Warrior Cup for Glory. I mean, or it would be Anarchy. Yeah, it would be at Anarchy. Uh, we lost to those damn Coyotes, and then he was visually upset when we got to the back. He was very like I was going up to him and I was like, "Hey man, sorry I didn't get in and help you out after they killed him on that." I mean, and I was like, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you, and he appreciated it, but he was almost beating himself up about it. And I was trying to bring him back up, but he was just down, real down. And then he just dipped. He was gone. What was that? Sorry, you're cutting out.
My end. I'm not sure if it's.
It might be where I'm at right now. Sorry.
No, you're
We're
good.
yeah, we're wheeling over in Illinois right now, trying to figure out where he's at. But
Uh, but you are having some singles matches recently. Does it feel weird not having a tag team partner in your
so
corner for
weird,
those matches?
so weird. It's like there'll be times in the match where I'm like instinctively like, oh, I'm in trouble here. Let's look to the corner, and there's nobody there. It it's almost really sad because like I don't know, maybe he is there for me, maybe he isn't. I don't know. I don't even know if he's watching all the stuff. I don't know. I hope he is, but it is very weird not to have a buddy to tag in and out with.
Yeah, definitely. If this is the end of the new guys, do you have any dream singles matches?
Uh, I would love to wrestle. I'd love to wrestle. I would love to wrestle Warhorse. I would love to wrestle ATM. Um, another one. I would love to wrestle. I don't know. I don't really think about it much. It's I don't know, man. I just want to wrestle tag. I want my buddy back.
So tomorrow night, you're supposed to have a tag team match with Scott in your corner with you in a four-way ladder match for the WrestleMax Tag Team Champion. What is the plan going into that if he doesn't show up?
1v6. Um, I'm going in solo. I'm going in ready. If I have to defend those belts just by myself, I will do it. I will find a way. Because at the end of the day, I still want to win those belts. Those belts are the goal. I mean, I made my debut at WrestleMax, and I want to hold some gold in WrestleMax. And those belts are my biggest opportunity. And so I'm gonna, regardless of no Scott, yes Scott, I'm going for the gold.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a circumstance where if Scott doesn't show up, you have to just vacate your spot in the match. But it sounds like you have a fighting heart and you want to do this with or without him, which is good. Uh, as for a ladder match, what is your plan going into a ladder match in general? Like, just obviously climb the ladder and win, but are you nervous about the amount of ladders that are going to be being tossed around potentially at you?
Uh, I'm very, I'm nervous because normally you got somebody watching your back in this kind of situation. But I'm also trusting in my speed and athleticism. I think I'm pretty evasive as well. And also, I think being by myself is going to not put a target on my back. I think some people will take advantage of that situation and probably kind of count me out at the beginning. And maybe I can pull something off towards the end, but it's definitely going to be tough when I'm taking on two people at once.
Most definitely, most definitely. Now, if you do happen to win that title match, that the titles, what is a tag team on the WrestleMax roster that you are looking forward to defending it to? Obviously, the Premier, they've been on your guys's tail end since you've showed up in WrestleMax. Is there anyone else?
Um, I would love to have a match against technical difficulties. I think that would be really cool. Um, I would love to have a match against, honestly, anybody in this four-way. All three great teams. One team I really want to take on at WrestleMax is the O'Neal brothers. I think it would be a great challenge. I think the fact that we had to put our differences aside with the premiere to take them out of that last match, I think it speaks volumes to how good of a team they are. So that's definitely a match that I would want to have. But then the more I think about it, am I even able to defend 1v2 against any of these teams? Because me and Scott already are being taken to the limit by some of these guys. I just
No,
don't know.
most definitely. What have you been doing in your free time to cope with the absence of Scott? Because I know not hearing from someone as close as you and Scott are can be tough. What have you been doing to try to clear your mind?
I keep doing my same routine, but it's just bland, man. It's just, I go to training, there's no partner to train with. I go out to eat by myself. I go to work, go home, go to training, go to sleep. There's a lack of something, and it's definitely hitting hard not having your best friend with you, you know?
Most definitely, most definitely. Uh, Before I wrap this up, because I want you to get back to just being able to focus on finding Scott. Uh, if you could give any piece of advice for someone trying to find someone who's gone missing, what would it be? Usually I ask for life and advice and all that, but I want to ask for advice in a broader situation like this.
I I would love to be the person to give you some advice on how to find your buddy. However, I have not been able to find my buddy, and it would feel a little phony to try and say how to do that. However, if I could give any advice, it's just keep hoping and just keep going because you know adversity's gonna hit, but at the end of the day, the wheel keeps turning, and we're gonna keep on turning.
And then obviously you're going to be at WrestleMax tomorrow. Is there anything else you want to plug that you're going to be at upcoming? Any merch, any of that?
It's all up in the air, man. I really don't know. I got nothing.
All right. Well, this was not a typical episode of A Man in His Podcast with Jake Bosch and what was supposed to be Scott Stanley. Usually these episodes are fun. If you have any leads on where Scott Stanley is, hit up Jake Bosch, hit up the new guy's Twitter, hit up me, hit up anyone that might be able to just hit up anyone if you see Scott. That's it. Hit up anyone. That's gonna do it for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, show up to WrestleMax tomorrow night, and cheer Jake on. And hopefully Scott will be nearby and hear the cheers and decide to show up. But thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Uh, Scott, if you're listening to this, please come home.